Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode 16, race 17 of the F1 2015 series with Kimi Räikkönen. This is the third to last race. There are only two more to go after this one. We're on the back of some very good form. We won the last two races. Can we make it 3 from 3? We will be starting from pole position. So, can we do it? We'll find out. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. F1 2016 stuff is only days away now. Follow the Twitch link in the description down below so you can see the streams live. And of course follow me on Twitter too so you can stay up to date with everything that goes on with me on this channel and my main FIFA channel. But without any further ado, I will leave you with the Mexican Grand Prix. A big pole for us, half a second away from Nico. And crucially, Lewis Hamilton down in 6th, although Nico is the championship leader. Nico Rosberg's the championship leader, so we're 25 points behind him, and we are 13 points behind Lewis. But Lewis is starting further down, so we'll have to wait and see how things go in the race. 2, 3, 4, 5, go. Straight into Rich. It's a decent start. Nico's Mercedes is very fast. It's a long run down to turn 1. A very long run down to turn 1. And I've got no... Well, that's going to get started again, isn't it? What was Seb... Was it Seb that just straight up drove into me or what? I got stuck on Nico. Watch Nico. Nico just drifts left. Nico just drifts left as the Williams comes in on his side and he just turns into me. Do you want me to continue from where I was? I mean, I can continue from P1 if you want. I can continue from here with a 3-second penalty. I definitely didn't turn into him. Have a word, did I turn into him? I straightened up there, but Nico is constantly coming left. Look at the angle of Nico's car. I straighten up, but he's definitely still coming left towards me. Like, he's aiming across the grass like that. Alright, I'll continue again. I'll continue on.
Race control aren't happy with your creative interpretation of track limits. They've given you a 3-second time penalty.
It's not my creative interpretation. Nico drove into me. Luckily, I think we came away with no damage from that. We did. Not entirely too sure how. But we will continue on. Romain Grosjean now in P2, Felipe Massa P3. I would stand by my own driving there and say that wasn't my fault. I still reckon that Nico continued to come left towards me. I had to straighten up as I was actually angled towards the grass, so I had no option other than to straighten up. I wonder if there were any other penalties handed out for that incident. Notice that I think mine wasn't for causing a collision, it was for cutting the corner. Not that I had any say in that. Oh, I got a warning for collision with Rosberg as well. But Rosberg got his warning first. Don't know whether that means anything. What did I didn't get 2 3-second penalties. Don't tell me I got 2 3-second penalties. Lewis got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Valtteri Bottas. It all went off behind us as well, apparently. Well, where is everybody running then? Lewis is down in 12th. Seb is 19th. Bottas is 20th. And Nico Rosberg is running P17. Well, inadvertently, that has done our championship hopes the world of good. Nico Rosberg turning into me has given us a great chance to close the gap on both Mercedes in the driver's standings. I think Massa's pit, I'm not sure. How was that the fastest first sector of the race on tyres this warm? Shows how much lower fuel does for... yeah, Massa's pit, look, Danny Kvyat's up to P2 and Daniel Ricciardo is P3 now. So the two Red Bulls running 2 and 3 and Kvyat's 15.2 seconds behind. So we're just managing the tyres now. Right, then into the pits we come for pit stop. What? Number 1. Pitting for another set of options. We'll see how quick this pit goes. Danny Kvyat is P2. Sergio Perez, the local homeboy, is P3. There you go, 3 stops remaining, so it is going to be a 4-stop race. Even the CPU think it's going to be a 4-stop race. We've come out in P1 again, so everybody behind us. No, Checo's still going. Either that or Checo's just overtaking Kvyat. Kvyat must be in the pits. Sergio Perez up to P2. Yep. Danny Kvyat was in the pits. Sergio Perez up to P2. We'll switch to Rich for the entirety of this spell. Nico Rosberg sets the fastest lap of the race though. Rosberg's just pit for new tyres and immediately sets the fastest lap of the race. Sebastian Vettel is in the pits. But yeah, Sergio Perez is running P2 and I think he's actually quite close to me now. We'll find out in a moment when he goes through this when he goes through that checkpoint. It will tell me. 8.8 seconds to Sergio Perez. Lewis Hamilton is up to P2. Lewis Hamilton is into second. He's taken Massa, he's taken Ricciardo, he's up to P2. Alright, never mind, Ricciardo's just taken him back. That'll be down the main straight then. Daniel Ricciardo. And now Perez has taken Hamilton. What's going on? Unless Lewis has pit, then there are some big things happening back there. I mean, Lewis may have pit, but either that or he lost 2 spaces in the space of 1 corner. 2 positions in the space of 1 corner. Pit stop number 2. Lap 28 to 29, pitting for another set of options. Hopefully it'll be another quick stop from the boys. And it is, 2.307. I don't know who's at the race, that's a good question. It does say one of 19 now, not 20. Have a look in a moment. Hold the phone. I think Nico Rosberg may have retired. Romain Grosjean and Nico Hülkenberg have pit 9 times. And Nico Rosberg, who supposedly pit twice, is in 20th. So I think Nico Rosberg has retired from the race, which is massive for the title. Absolutely huge for the title race. If Nico retires, or has retired, and we win this race, we will draw level on points with Nico Rosberg. Lewis is still P3 and will probably finish P2, which means we'll be 6 points behind Lewis and level on points with Nico Rosberg at the end of the race. The incidents are just me repeatedly corner cutting. The first 2 questionable penalties were for the first lap or first corner incident, which wasn't my fault. It's weird, like I got 2 penalties for corner cutting when I didn't have any say in what happened because I was in the middle of a crash. And I have corner cut throughout the race where I had the opportunity to avoid corner cutting and I've not got a penalty. We're definitely going to have to pit 4 times though. Even if I go to primes after this set, we're still going to have to pit again for my 4th and final set of options. We're now lapping Sergio Perez from P5. Just lapped P5 Perez, and I think... Is this Bottas in front of us? It is. Bottas running P15. We're about to lap him for the 2nd time. my bad. Similar though, you can understand how I got a little bit confused. It is Daniel Ricciardo who's pitting, so we've now lapped everybody but Lewis Hamilton. Going to stop for primes. We're coming in for pit stop number 3. I'm going to stop for primes so that we can end on options and go as fast as possible to try and lap Lewis. So we'll have lapped absolutely everybody in this Grand Prix. That's the plan. We'll see whether the plan works. I think one of these two cars in the pits here is Lewis. I think. I'm not sure. Yep, that's Lewis Hamilton. We've now lapped Lewis Hamilton. We very nearly lapped everybody. We've lapped Lewis. So Sergio Perez and Daniel Kvyat have unlapped themselves. They've unlapped themselves whilst we pit. But we've now lapped Lewis Hamilton. So when Perez and Kvyat pit, we'll have effectively lapped the entire field. In just 45 or 44 and a bit laps of the Mexican Grand Prix, we'll have lapped everybody. Madness. Oh, I must a lap up. Have I already overtaken Perez? I must have. Oh man, I must have taken Perez whilst he was in the pits or something. So it just said we're a lap up on Perez.
Perez is behind you. You're separated by an entire lap. 23 laps to go.
You're separated by an entire lap. So we have officially lapped everyone. We saw Daniel Kvyat go into the pits from P3, but we didn't see Sergio Perez go into the pits. Or did we see Sergio Perez on track? But we apparently have overtaken him. Lewis Hamilton is now running P5 after stopping 7 times. I don't know why he and Massa and Ricciardo have stopped 7 times. Seb stopped 8. Maldonado, Grosjean and Hulkenberg have all stopped 10 times because logic. Right then, time to pit for the 4th and final time. Onto another set of options. We can run in rich till the end of the race. I'd love to put in a low 119 for a fastest lap. That would be great. Quick pit stop that actually. Seb came in behind me to pit again. And he's had to wait and stack in the pit lane. That'll annoy him. We've got a Sauber coming on the outside of me. It's Marcus Ericsson. Interestingly, it is now starting to spit with rain. As we round the stadium section for the final time, rain is falling here in Mexico, but it's come too late to have any sort of influence on the race whatsoever. We win 3 races in a row. A win in Russia, a win in the United States, as they just said in the background, a win in Mexico. 3 wins in a row. Sergio Perez on the podium at his home Grand Prix for Force India. Daniel Kvyat finishes 3rd. The championship has been turned on its head. Nico Rosberg retires. Don't know where Lewis came, but outside the top 3, so we'll gain by a lot on him as well. We'll have to wait and see what the table looks like, but I'm delighted with that. Absolutely delighted with that. Lewis finishes P4. Now this is going to be ridiculous. Are you ready? Are you ready for this when we get to the championship? Because if my maths is correct, we will all be on the same amount of points. We are. With 2 races to go, Nico Rosberg, Kimi Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton are all on 287 points. All 3 of us, with 2 races to go. This could not be tighter. I'm going to gyatso that and put it on Twitter. That is remarkable. What a title race this is turning out to be. With 3 races in a row, We have pulled ourselves back from the abyss. With 2 races to go, sorry. We've pulled ourselves back from the abyss. And it's going to be the Brazil Grand Prix and the Nico Grand Prix, the Brazil Grand Prix and the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix to decide the championship. If you're watching on YouTube, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel too for more so you don't miss out on the remainder of this series or F1 2016 stuff, which is coming very, very, very soon. Follow the link in the description down below as well to my Twitch so you can watch these streams live. But for now, that's going to bring this video on YouTube to a close. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.